Jesus.
This House of Histories seems to be in need of some talented collectors.
The feisty Khajiit is right, you know. The Rethana di Renada does have a song to sing. An awful shame that the jewel is still missing, yes? The Singing Crystal it was called. Rachin remembers how beautifully it glowed the night he stole it. Do not get your tail in a knot. Rachin stole it long ago, when still he walked the sands. The jewel now rests deep within a smuggler's den, the prized possession of Solemn the Sugar Slinger, a Khajiit of both great fortune and ill repute. This one has already provided transportation. So kind, is he not? Head north of Riverhold and meet with Kajad. He will take you to Sugar Slinger. And, fair warning, Walker, the Singing Crystal is well guarded. Best be careful. Rachin had a feeling you would see things his way. You speak of a Shadow of Rachin, not this Shadow of Rachin. There are 7 of us, each a different aspect of the great thief who once walked the sands of elsewhere, each with a different purpose. Let us take the shadow you met in Grotwood, for example. He represented Rachin's desire, the desperate greed for that which he wished to obtain. An important trait for any great thief to have. Ah, yes. Rachin always did love his sweetmeats. Desire unchecked rarely comes to good. When alive, Rachin was kept in balance by all of his aspects. Separated? Well, this one suspects that the pretty high elf isn't the only one who suffered. Why, this one is his charm, of course. Or perhaps his dashing good looks. But you are clever enough to restore the Rethana di Renada, no? This one is sure you can figure out what virtue he carries. Or perhaps, what vice. Very well. You've certainly earned a straightforward answer, difficult as that might be for a spirit of Rachin's persuasion. This one wished to test you, to see how far you would go to reunite elsewhere. This one's homeland bleeds like an open wound. Dragons cloud the skies, war fills the streets, and Rachin's people suffer. And it seems you are at the heart of it all. One lone rook against the odds. If you could not restore mere stone, how could you restore an entire kingdom? Now, more than ever, Elsewhere needs to be as one. A task which requires many to accomplish, yes? But you most of all. Those spirits above do not ask me why. You speak of a Shadow of Rachin.
Oh, fudge balls. I actually might pause for a second because my eyes are dry. But oh Jesus, that's fucking loud. My bad, sorry.
Choose your soulmate. Please pick a crystal.
Okay. That is what I'm gonna do though. So I will be back really quick. Okay, I'm back now. Let's go find this thing. I'm also gonna close TikTok so I don't get distracted. Man, my allergies are killing me. Holy shit. So straight out. That stupid song is stuck in my head. It is warm.
You just missed the festivities, Walker. Nothing left. Though, if you wait around for a bit, perhaps that 5-claw stranger will come back. Oh, wait. You don't want to go to the hideout, do you? Kajad isn't sure he's fit to steer. All right. Let's not make the boss mad. Just don't expect it to be a particularly smooth ride.
Why? Ow. Straight up, I don't understand her game mechanics. I'm gonna put her away.
We appreciate your patience, good lords and ladies. The viewing will begin in
Please,
short moments.
Please, don't mind the crowd. Izanji got a tad carried away when the mural was completed. He has invited wealthy nobles and merchants, even from Palatine in the south. Were you able to find the singing crystal? I'm pleased to hear that. Finally, the Song of Kingdoms will sing once more. And, should all go as planned, the House of Histories will receive some much-needed donations today as well. If we're to keep our doors open, yes. After all, collecting the wonders of elsewhere does not come freely, nor does our rent, for that matter. But never mind all that. Please, you should have the honor of placing this singing crystal.
Where the fuck does it even go? Oh, I see in the middle. Oh, they are different.
The Song of Kingdoms. I didn't know it would be quite so beautiful. And thanks to you, all of Elsewhere will be able to hear it. Perhaps even inspired by it, yes? Now, more than ever, we need to spread hope. Well, I suspect his involvement had much more to do with you than the mural itself. Feel free to visit the House of Histories anytime you wish, free of charge. And here, a gift for your many troubles. The House of Histories is proud to reveal the Ridana de Renada. Please, step forward for a better look. This mural was created as a symbol of peace many centuries ago. 16 kingdoms, yes, but one mural, one song, one people living in harmony. In this time of turmoil, it is our hope that the Ridana de Renada will inspire a renewed commitment to unity and peace.
Sleek work, Walker. Thanks to you, the Song of Kingdoms is heard once more. Rachin also wishes you luck on your adventures. Is he not generous? After all, the blessing of a trickster such as him is no small thing. Very well. You've certainly earned a straightforward answer, difficult as that might be for a spirit of Rachin's persuasion. This one's homeland bleeds like an open wound. If you could not restore mere stone, how could you restore an entire kingdom? You speak of aid. Let us take it. Why?
We already talked to him. He has nothing new to say.
At last, the House of Histories can flourish. Our patrons will be many, our reputation fragrant, and most importantly, the gold will start flowing in. Oh, I can already picture it.
Okay, let's go talk to Kadea. Kadaya? Whatever her name is. Jesus, I can still hear it up here. Oh, that's because I never actually left. Jesus. No, I can still hear it up here. Oh, Jesus.
Jacques, light my path through this madness.
Shakashi? Oh, you're a deer. So something either is broken or low. My weapon's almost out. It's my shoulders. There. Okay. Oh, this one needs charged. I need it. I have that. The fuck? Oh my god. Oh no. What does this look like? Oh my god, he's fucking adorable. Meh. Sorry, I got very distracted. Nice. Ew. Cool. I definitely am gonna buy this one for the dragon. My mom will be so jealous. Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. Nice. There it is. Oh, and here's a new collector's bundle. Cute. There it is. Oh. See, it's saying 21st on here, but it's saying it releases today elsewhere. Let me check the PlayStation Store. So it says it releases on the 20th.
Kidea means no rudeness, but she hasn't time for visitors today. Best to seek company elsewhere, yes? It is true. Workers were happy and plentiful, but now? Moons be praised if half our workforce remains. You look clever. Perhaps you could investigate our missing farmhands? Mizum, owner of Fragrant Moon's plantation, sought to buy our farm after the last harvest. This one refused. Kidea suspects he now bribes away her workers in order to make this one desperate enough to sell. So kind of you to offer. But take Kidea's eldest son with you, yes? He returned home recently from Moon's Nowhere, and now he lies about like a slug. Find the lazy Khajiit in the cave up the hill, just north of the farm. It's about time Kidea's layabout son helped around here. He may be clever, yes, but when it comes to farm work, you would never believe he was born and raised in Merida. At least Ragzargo has the decency to help his poor mother. He is the oldest farmer in this valley. Been growing cane since this one was a kitten, and Kidea is now not as young as she once was. But it is possible. No workers means no crops, no profits. Who benefits from this? Mizum, who has wanted to buy Sweetwater for many years.
Jesus Christ.
No. Accusing Mazum with no proof would only give him an opportunity to smear Kidea's name. Bad for business. That is why she sends you to find evidence. Only then can she confront Mazum. Yes, he hasn't lifted a paw around the farm since he came home. He's a traveler, he tells me. But where does he go? What does he do? All he says is that he cannot say. Just like his father, that one. For better and worse. Kidea loves her little rascal, of course. But why can't he stay at home and help around the farm? As the eldest, this farm should go to him when this one... Oh, no. Apologies. Kidea did not mean to bring up such matters.
Mother! Ragzargo found a new farmhand!
Yes, sweet one, thank you. We're going to look into our troubles right after they wake up your brother.
Brother is still sleeping? Ragzargo rose at dawn and has been working hard all day.
If only your brother were as dutiful as you.
There's one. Oh god, there's one. 3 of them. This isn't where I need to be anyway.
All right, the next time you're helping me with something.
What? Who is there? This one's head may ache, but that does not mean he cannot defend himself.
Lore. Oh.
Claw? Raz thought he recognized you.
What the fuck?
Moons only know what brings you to this backwater place, but it is always good to see a friend. Raz would offer you wine, but he has unfortunately drank it all. Perhaps you have some? She would trust Raz with such a task? That does not sound like Mother. Unless she just wants to get Raz out of this cave. No, don't answer that. Well, anything is better than farm work, yes? Raz will be happy to help.
Why is this dude straight up fucking everywhere?
Mizum has wanted to get his paws on Sweetwater for years. If Mother can't keep the farm operating, Mizum can buy it and gain control of the valley's moon sugar cane. We need proof. Meet Raz outside the Fragrant Moon's plantation. At last! Something here that's worthy of Raz's attention. Let's get to the Fragrant Moon's plantation and see what we can dig up. Mizum's farm occupies the southern side of the valley. The big house with the walls around it. Old Mizum doesn't want anyone interrupting him while he counts his gold. Raz will meet you there. You have met Raz's family, yes? This one's occupation. She suspects he is a wandering beggar or some such nonsense. As you can imagine, this puts quite a strain on our relationship. Roxargo is... he has been at Mother's side for far too long, tied to her apron strings. Besides, he has a particular disposition. Raz watched him lick an entire bowl of marbles once, all because this one told him that one of them was candy. You do realize that Raz's position as an Eye of the Queen is a secret, yes? Only those who need to know can ever be told the truth. My family? They don't need to know. Besides, they would never believe such a thing. They know that some young high elf convinced Raz to leave home and go on an adventure. But that was before Irene was queen. Mother thinks that her eldest son abandoned her to chase after a pretty face. She isn't completely wrong. Queen Irene insisted that Raz take a vacation after his last mission. Even the Eye of the Queen needs to blink now and then, she told him. So Raz returned to elsewhere to spend some quality time with his family. Raz is glad you made it. He was about to proceed without you. Now, remember, we need to be stealthy. The fewer guards that notice us, the fewer guards we'll have to kill, yes? Mercenaries, actually. In addition to gates and walls, Mizum hired the Red Hands to patrol his land. They're not the type to ask questions before they try to kill you. Best to slip in unseen. Ledgers, documents, contracts, anything that proves that Mizum bribed the farmhands. Or perhaps we will grow lucky and find a journal. Over the years, Raz has discovered that many villains enjoy documenting their nefarious plans. One more thing. Try to avoid unnecessary murder, yes? Not that the Red Hands deserve mercy, of course. But any messes you make, Raz will need to clean up. And Raz is on vacation. Besides, Mother wouldn't take kindly to killing the neighbors. It's likely the mercenaries stick to regular patrol patterns. We can take advantage of that if we're observant. Just watch where they go and which direction they look. And if you spot a place to hide, use it. Mercenaries from Pelitin. Clawless thugs who will do anything for a price. Thievery, kidnapping, even murder. They also deal in the slave trade. Mizum must be truly desperate to hire them. It's likely the mercenaries stick to regular patrol patterns. We can take advantage. Lead the way, Five Claw, but be stealthy.
And my bounty was just going down.
Since you won't leave, I've summoned the guard.
So, Moon Sugar disappears from Mizum stores as well. Interesting.
Easy! Let your magicka recover!
still won't leave. I've summoned the guard.
Who the fuck?
All right, but don't cry for mummy.
I didn't want to call the guard, but you forced my hand.
This creature was attacked by something unnatural. That much is clear.
First, Muzum loses moon sugar. Now his farmers won't work. What nonsense.
There is something out there, Mizum. Some sort of beast.
Bah! A beast! This one sees no beast. All he sees are lazy Khajiit who make up foolish lies.
The farmers of Maryvale are no strangers. Let's return to discuss what we learned.
Oh god.
Old Mizum is dealing with missing moon sugar, scared farmhands, and a mysterious beast. Perhaps he and Mother suffered the same problem, yes? A creature prowls the sugarcane fields. Something far deadlier than a terror bird. If this is true, then Raz fears the missing farmhands reside in the belt. You must visit Honeybreeze Homestead, another moon sugar farm in the valley. If Raz is right, Jedolthal will be suffering from the same problem as Mizum and Mother. The farmstead is just across the bridge, on the southern side of the valley. In the meantime, Raz will try to convince his family to stay out of the fields. Perhaps they will be reasonable today. That would be a welcome change, yes? Anything that proves this beast exists. Corpses, tracks, strange residue. With luck, Jedolthal will have even seen this creature. Him or one of his 3 lovely daughters. Ah, Jedolthal's daughters. Raz wonders if they still remember him. Does Raz seem like the type to kiss and tell? Well, not while sober, at least. Now that this one thinks about it, he may not have left things on the best footing in regards to the daughters. Particularly when it comes to certain promises. Raz admits to succumbing to the folly of youth in his younger days. Though after so many years, this one assumes they have forgotten about such things.
Probably not.
Razum, your mother sends you to find our missing farmhands, and this is where you end up? Our house?
We already searched Mizum's plantation. Raz came back to warn you about...
Excuses. And this one thought you learned more in your travels than which tavern served the cheapest ale.
You better go, Five Claw. This may take some time.
Perhaps you have been more helpful than this one's vagrant son. Telkidea, have you made any progress with our missing farmhands? And this one supposes that Razum was the one to suggest this plan? He just wants to make eyes at Jedothal's daughters, despite how much his own mother suffers. Fine, but you will watch him, yes? Make sure that Razum stays out of trouble. This one had enough hardship cleaning up his mess the first time he left us. At least the moons blessed Kidea with one dutiful son.
This is good meat. Raxargr would offer you some, but he dropped it earlier.
It'll be good to get away from the family a bit.
There's always the need for moon sugar, Walker. Every Khajiit recipe, from our meats to our sweets, calls for it. So even Maryvale's smaller farms never...
You scare me.
Please! Someone help! A monster is attacking the farm! It cornered Jedathal, chased his daughters into the field. You have to help them. A monster! I heard it! It roared loud enough for Alkosh to hear. I ran, but the noise must have startled the local animals as well. A lion nearly took my arm! Please, you must help Jedathal. He is hiding just ahead.
Why can't I see your face?
Go on ahead and find Jedolthal. Raz will help our friend here.
Why the fuck do I have to do all the fighting? What the fuck did I just see? Oh, they're lions.
Moons above, let Jedothal's family be safe. Please, please, Jedothal begs. You must rescue his 3 daughters from that horrid beast. They should just be west of here up the path. You must find them before that monster does. Jedothal was only able to catch a glimpse of it as he ran. But what he saw was unnatural. It was an enormous beast, with a mouthful of fangs and a thick leathery hide.
Dragon?
Why has such a thing come to our peaceful home?
These beasts should thank the moons that they found me without my bow. I'd make quick work of them if I had it on hand. Have you seen my father, by chance? He's a kind man, but not very quick. I fear he may have come to harm. Of course, I'll make sure he stays safe. Have you also seen my sisters? I tried my best to lead them to safety, but they scattered in their panic. Then I must ask you to find them. My sisters are not fighters. They will need your protection far more than I. For now, I'll make my way back to my father.
The fragrant Pascheroni. Raz is glad to see you safe.
Hello, Raz. I didn't know you were back in Maryvale.
Well, yes. Come, let Raz lead you to safety.
Very well. But do not think you can just slip away again. We have much to talk about.
Oh.
Raz will make sure she gets to safety.
Don't worry about me, Rook. Even without my bow,
Oh, Jesus. Whatever.
By the moons, you have to help me. A monster attacked our farm. My father ran, but I do not know what became of him. Ah, thank goodness. Have you seen my two sisters as well? We separated in our panic, and I fear for their safety. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, but I'm still worried about my remaining sister. Please, could you find her?
No.
Preferably before that monster does. Raz, you're here?
Of course. You are safe now, sweet Nura. Raz will get you to safety.
The two of us behind the mill reminds me of old times, old promises.
Let's talk about that later. Much later.
Please do not worry about me. I am a very fast runner.
Raz will make sure she gets to safety.
That made me uncomfy.
Have you seen my father, Jadathol? I've been searching for him, but I wasn't able to make it very far. Thank the moons. And have you possibly seen my two sisters? I seek them as well. What a relief to hear. I feared the worst when I heard that monster attack. But it seems that we have been blessed with bright moons this day. I remember a voice shouting commands. An Imperial, perhaps? Though what an Imperial would be doing on our farm, I do not know. I did see the monster head for the cave up the hill. It may still be there.
Ah, the beautiful Bungie. It is good to see you alive and well.
Raz? At last you have returned to me. Oh, I knew you would keep your promise.
Ah, yes. Raz is keeping his promise, of course. Raz will make...
I will be vigilant, yes. I will be very, very vigilant.
And I have to fight the big fucking monster by myself. Don't fucking start with me.
Very good, my pet. That should distract those farmers for quite a while.
I saw a dragon.
An intruder! Quick, Dolor, kill them at once!
Okay, maybe it's not a dragon.
That one put up a fight, didn't they?
Oh, Raz hates those things.
But where's the Imperial?
Raz knew something was sour in Sweet Maryvale. Well, at least we know what happened to the missing farmhands. But why does a Daedra care about Moonsugar? Then it is likely this mage must have summoned the Daedra. Wouldn't be too surprising if he was behind the missing Moonsugar as well. Raz was able to question Jadathol while you dealt with our large friend over there. Our neighbor has also lost Moonsugar this season, yet has seen no thieves. Let us read. If Mazum and Jadathol have been robbed, then Mother is likely the next target. And with luck, her cellar will show evidence of the theft. Despite Mizum and Jadathol's vigilance, the thieves we seek were never seen. Raz means to discover just how this is possible.
There they are! Moons be praised. Thank you both. Because of your help, this one's family is safe.
Raz is so pleased to see you and your daughters unharmed. All 3 of your daughters.
Yes, Raz. And all 3 of us have been talking quite a bit about you.
Specifically how you seem to have made certain promises to all of us.
Do you remember, Razamdar? Oh, this one will love you forever. This one will come back for you soon. This one only has eyes for you.
What? Raz, is this true?
Now, Raz can explain everything.
If Raz hadn't just rescued my entire family, I'd have ripped the lungs out of his chest. Even so, he's certainly not leaving here unscathed.
It might be best if you leave now, Rook. You played no part in this vagrant's betrayal.
Oh, Jesus.
Ugh, I don't know what I ever saw on Raz. I mean, just look at his stupid hair. I can't believe he kept it that way.
Dothel was curious as to why his daughters were so distraught when Raz first left. Now this one starts to paint the picture, yes?
Yeah, y'all have fun with that. I'm gonna head out. Is that a fucking bear? No, it was a bird. I say, goddamn. We got bears and Daedra and shit. Oh no, it was just a fucking bird. Oh.
Let us search for signs of thievery. And if Roz's family decides to poke their snouts in, ignore them. The less attention we give, the quicker they will leave. No clues to be found here, it seems.
This is where you search for the farmhands? Our cellar? What? Are they hiding in the walls?
Raz sees nothing out of the ordinary. That is a rather ornate tapestry for this cellar. Mother, did you hang this?
What? No, of course not. Who would Mother be trying to impress? The cellar rats?
A secret passage, eh? Raz thought he felt a draft in here. This must be how the thieves could steal the moon sugar without being spotted. They tunnel directly into the storage cellars of the farms. If it wasn't highly illegal, Raz would be impressed. They are organized, that's for sure. They terrorize farmers with Daedra and missing farmhands, all to distract them from their missing moon sugar. And stolen moon sugar means only one thing. Skooma. The prize all criminal organizations hope to achieve by processing moon sugar. Raz thinks it's about time we confront these unwelcome thieves. Let them know just what Merryvale thinks of skooma smugglers.
Jesus.
Has that tunnel always been there?
You're stupid.
How could Gidea have been so blind? You and Raz will go into the tunnel, yes? Find whoever has been stealing our moon sugar, and make sure they never do so again.
Sure. I crawled through a hole.
Just as Raz suspected. These caverns extend below the entire valley. Farmers used them to store tools and equipment before there was a series of cave-ins. They've been abandoned for decades. Raz was thinking the same thing. Given the size of these caverns, the thieves could have quite a large operation. Best if we move ahead quickly and see what we can find.
Well, look who we got here. Intruders. Oh, you're going to get in trouble. Why, you certainly have a lot of eyes. And they're different colors, too. Fancy that. Would you mind untying me? Itchy, and I just can't scratch. Don't know why Sivas tied me up. He's a mean mage. I'm a smuggler. I'm smuggling. Well, at the moment I'm tied up, obviously. We're making skooma, see? Lots of skooma. Only I tripped into a barrel. Clumsy me. And now I am feeling so good. besides the itching, of course. And Siva's tying me up.
She's high. Or drunk.
Boss man! He does all sorts of nasty things. Summons Daedra, steals from the kitty farmers, ties me up. You should give him a talking to. He's down in the caverns. Somewhere? Oh, he'll be mad that you're here, though. Really, really mad.
She's tripping balls.
A skooma rig operated by a Daedra summoning mage. This one thinks we need to put an end to this. And Raz isn't even wearing his fancy leathers. The cave's branch here. You should follow the corridor, while Raz takes this side passage. We'll meet up farther ahead.
What the fuck? Oh.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
I didn't, but okay.
The time for stealth and subterfuge is ending. Soon we will launch a raid from Mars.
Not if I have anything to say about it, but sure. Bro, you good? I straight up killed your friend in front of you and you were just eating bread. Bethesda. Fix your fucking AI. What is this? A very dark cave. And I don't like it. Oh, this time you both see me?
I need healing.
I don't want a fucking tomato. Now what? Okay.
I hope you're watching.
Patience, Tintin. Patience. We'll find the one who killed your brother and flay them alive.
I have a feeling he's talking to a Daedra. Guess what, bitch? I killed him.
There you are, Fat Claw. Time to put an end to this skooma operation, yes? A skooma rig operated by...
How did I guess?
So you're the one interfering in my operation.
Pay dearly for that. Now's our chance to end this, once and for all.
I killed your Tim Tam.
Sleek work, Five Claw. Now, let's head back to Mother's farm.
Wow. Sneaky. What is that? A lion! You saw fucking nothing. Miri, stop pissing them off.
Quite the investigation, yes? We infiltrated a heavily patrolled farmstead, saved 3 beautiful damsels, and dismantled the skooma operation. All in all, not a bad day's work. Ah, yes. Mother's docile screeching can lull Raz to sleep. Now, this one suspects that Mother would try to cheat you if you ask her for payment. So here, a reward from Raz's own pockets. Aren't you a lucky one?
Well, it seems you're good for something, at least.
Good for something? Raz took down an entire skooma operation for Jode's sake.
Razumdar, sir, I have an urgent message for you from Queen Irene.
A message for us? Ah! Who would waste the paper on him?
Roxargo, shush. Queen Irene? Razum, what is he talking about?
Raz's next assignment. It seems this one's vacation is over, Mother.
Already? But you only just arrived.
Well, Raz could stay for one last meal before he departs.
And letters? Will you write us letters?
Doesn't Raz always?
Aw, that was sweet.
Don't mind me. Soon as Razumdar is ready to leave, I'll be out of your hair.
Why do you look like that? I'm sorry.
Seems that duty calls, thank the moons. Raz does not know if he would have survived another day with his oh-so-beloved family. Still, he can at least stay for one more meal. This may come as a surprise, Five Claw, but Raz has never been particularly fond of small-town life. The first opportunity this one had to leave, he took it. He still remembers that day, and is very thankful for it. Let's just say that it involved a certain high elf noble seeking adventure, 3 bottles of whiskey, and a small fire. Well, a large fire, but it was quickly contained. Irene certainly wasn't a queen back then. But Raz speaks too much, no? Perhaps he will tell you the tale another time, when there is far more wine and far fewer mothers about.
Kidea did not think Razum would be leaving so soon. But it seems he has important matters to attend to. Who is Kidea to deny the High Elf Queen? This one wonders, what exactly does her son do for the Queen? Yes, perhaps it is time to stop assuming the worst of this one's Razgal Easy as that may be, Kidea will cook a nice dinner for her family tonight. Some fresh salmon sprinkled with moon sugar, perhaps. Just the way Razum likes it.
Roxargo never gets letters from tiny elves. Why does brother get to have all the fun?
What a weird quest. Okay. I'm gonna start this one. But I think I might call it after this one because I do have to be up somewhat early. But I might play some more tomorrow.
Jarl, spare a kindness for a priest of 2 moons? Hadoras is at the end of his rope, dangling by the scruff. This one returns from warning the speaker of the Main of a dire prophecy, only to find his fellow priests speaking little sense and doing even less, raving and rambling about our Moon Bishop's visions and growing more demented by the moment. She tells the priests to burn our moon sugar, so they do. She tells them to smear cheese upon the walls, so they do. She tells them to douse the temple fires with their tongues, so they do. I fear someone will die if this continues. Bright moons shine upon you, Walker. This one pursued his friend, Zarga, before you arrived. The fool chases a beast's young with a butterfly net, and woe unto him when their mother follows the commotion. Please, find Zarga before he is eaten. I last saw him run after the beasts into the wilderness to the west. I hoped he would not follow them into their den, but I would be a fool to believe that now. Since she was very young, her eyes have always been as bright as Joan and Jode. She has never led us astray. It's why she's Moon Bishop. But all this madness, something is not right. She foresaw the return of the dragons with a frightening clarity. I went to warn Lord Garesh Ri on this dire prophecy, so it might reach the Main's ears. But I arrived too late. The dragons had already come. Two moons at Tenmar is Hadaras's temple, a venerable house of Joan and Jode, a place of worship and wisdom, reduced to a den of fools chasing our Moon Bishop's fevered dreams. They don't question her visions. No matter how absurd the task, they leap at it with zeal. When I asked why they would do such things, they look at me as if I am the one who is crazy. A powerful and insidious spell, to turn the whole temple on its head.
Do I dare play for a little longer? I think I might.
This one has.
What the absolute fuck?
I am going to need a bigger net.
Where the fuck is this idiot? And why do I have to rescue him? There's a pig. I'm sorry. He's below me. Oh, where, my guy? Oh, there's a cave.
Oh no! You smashed it! Such pretty colors leaking out!
Ho-ho! You smashed that as flat as a flapjack! But who said you could play with my toys?
The fuck?
Well, hello, my new playmate. Glad to find someone with their wits still about them. Too many crazies around here. I mean, what self-respecting person goes around chasing butterflies with a net? Everybody knows you use a hammer.
Is this? God damn it. What the fuck's his name? Fucking shit. What's his name? God damn it. From fucking Skyrim. God fucking damn it. What the fuck is his name? Not Playjuice. Oh, god damn it. Sheogorath. Jesus criminy. That's what he sounds like.
I'm a cat. I thought that bit was obvious. Unless I'm not a cat. Meow? Meow. Nope, cat. Maybe you're not as sharp as I thought. Attack that's seen one too many backsides, huh? Bad for you, worse for them. The priest, silly. You really are clueless, aren't you, plaything? How are you gonna win the game if you can't even find the pieces? Am I gonna have to dangle every answer in front of you like cheese-stuffed mice hanging by their entrails?
Ew.
Ah, that's more like it. Maybe there's hope for you after all. Now hurry your heroic Heidi to my playground, or it's gonna be the blind leading the blind out there. Ha ha! Toodles! Can't a fella lick himself in peace? Off with ya!
Jesus. Honduras? Where the fuck are you?
Stop this madness. Why can't you see reason?
Seeing is the problem, Adoras. That's why we need it. Maybe we don't need it.
Why is he so tiny?
Pop, pop, and we're all saved.
No, it must be the fork. It won't work otherwise.
Why is he so tiny?
Ah, Jarl, you are safe. I hope the same may be said about Zarga. Moons, I pray he does not get any other ideas. Haldaras has his hands full as it is. He found these ones searching for a fork to put out their eyes. The Moon Bishop told them that if they blind themselves, they would remain hidden from the dragon's sight. Not just any fork. A two-tined iron fork smelling ever so slightly of roast beef. Please, help me keep them from finding this smelly thing. This one smells meat wafting on the wind. It is not an odor he would call beefy, but he thinks it may be the trail they were following. Haldaras will keep his eyes on these ones, so they may keep their eyes. Because they are insane. Only a sugar-tooth would believe putting out their own eyes would blind the dragon, and even they would have the sense not to do it unless it got them more skooma. I count my blessings that not just any fork will do.
Sorry, I was traumatized. I watched a snake poop.
Then this one is sure you will have no trouble finding it. Return when you have found it, and perhaps we may convince these ones to give up and return to the temple. You did? What did he... Wait, why didn't you stop him? Dark moons. What sort of childish sorcerer drives clergy to chase after wild beasts and put out their eyes? We must stop this sick puppeteer. But this one can't just leave these fools to their own devices. Find the fork, then we'll give chase.
Shit.
Get back, you fetcher! Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
If this one must talk in circles with lunatics much longer, he too will go mad. Did you find any offending forks at the campground? Khajiit gets all goose-pimply in the hackles just touching it. Adoras fears things are even worse than he imagined. This fork reeks of more than beef. It stinks of oblivion.
I fucking called it. Look at that shit. Right there. I'm so proud of myself. I did not remember his name. But I fucking called it.
The Skooma cat. He must be responsible for our Moon Bishop's strange visions. How has he spread his madness to the monks? And you said you saw him, in the flesh. An Alfik. The Skooma cat should not be able to cross the lunar lattice. If he walks among us, then Joan and Jode must truly be out of alignment. We must check on the temple. Please, you go ahead to the temple. Find our Moon Bishop. Keep her from spreading any more of this madness. Hadoras will meet you there, once he leads these ones to safety without them straying toward any other foolishness. Saizensa. Bright, if there is... Please, you go ahead to the temple. Find our Moon Bishop. Keep her from spreading any more of this madness. Hadoras will meet you there, once he leads these ones to safety without them straying toward any other foolishness. Saizensa. bright as the moons and just as beautiful. One look, and you could tell that Jon and Jode shone their light upon her, and the path forward would be lit by the reflection in her eyes. When she spoke, one would be wise to listen. Not so now. If there is anyone within 2 moons at Tenmar who could see truth through this madness, it would be her. But her eyes are clouded by the Skooma Cat's visions. I fear there will be no reaching her while he toys with us. This one isn't sure. The mere touch of it makes him want to spit fur, but he must keep it out of the hands of others. Perhaps he will bury it under the squatting sands where it belongs. It is the least that this one can do to keep his kin from teetering off the edge of insanity. Hadaras will be all right. No amount of lingering beef stink will lure this one into putting it into his mouth. Or anywhere else for that matter.
I just want to know. First of all, how do we know the smell of that as the main character? And secondly, why isn't he affected?
Before there were the moons for the world, there were Anur and Fadumai. From their union, all the god cats came, including the one Khajiit known as Shegarath, the crook-tailed cat who shares his madness with Sugartooths through Skooma.
It's funny how he's a cat in this one.
Hadaras does not smell the sick sweetness of the drug upon men. Terrible as it is, the fleeting Skooma dreams would be preferable to this all-consuming madness. On this side of the lattice, it seems Shegarath needs no sugar to share his lunacy.
Maybe. It's not the same, but the same.
The lunar lattice, formed by Jon and Jode's light, separates Nirni from the other god cats, and protects her children from the ones who would do us harm. Normally, Shegarath could only send his mad thoughts across through the perverted moon sugar.
Yes. So, Sheogorath is the one from Skyrim. This is Shegarath. Similar, but different. Got it. Here he is.
Oh, I see you met Forky. I see you met Forky. Been talking about me again, hasn't it? Such a gossip, that one. But you can hear the option if you stick it in your ears. Give it a try.
Oh my god, did you see? Its eyes. I'm sorry?
I see you met Forky. Been talking about me again, hasn't it? Such a gossip, that one. But you can hear the option if you stick it in your ears. Give it a try.
Hate it.
Doing what? The purring? I don't know. Just happens at the darndest times. Smelling a bowl of cream, laying eyes on a plump ball of yarn, licking me... Oh, wait. I feel a grooming coming on. Who's trying? Oh, sure, you've kept a handful all boring and breathing. But we've been having a right riot in the temple. You ever hear cats always land on their feet? Turns out, it's true. Of course, their feet wind up by their ears, but why split hairs, eh? Stop! Stop! We're just getting to the best part. I think they're really getting the hang of it. Last one got one good bouncing before he spit like a ripe tomato. Oh, I think the Moon Bishop's giving it a go. Don't want to miss that. Best hurry, or you missed the show.
Jesus, good God.
Yes, Zenza, show us the way. Walker, you arrive at the perfect moment. You will witness our salvation.
Moon Bishop Cisenza said we must ascend with Canarthi to escape the dragons. True cats will reach the sands behind the stars by stepping between the two moons. We have not found the path yet, but now our prophet will show us the way. Oh, have faith. Joan and Joan have shone like beacons for the Moon Bishop. She will lead us all to salvation, and you can join us, Walker.
Oh, fuck no. But thank you. Don't meow at me. Don't meow at me.
It is so high. Cisenza should see where to step. Her vision showed it true. But she cannot see it now. No, this one sees by the light of the two moons. These are not fevered sugar dreams. She saw the dragon spring from the mouth of the world and swallow the moon. She saw her temple turn to ash. She must act before it is too late. Cisenza tried to save them. She sees so much that she is blinded. What is the truth? What are the lies? She can't tell what is real. Yes, I need to sit down. Gather my thoughts.
Oh, no you don't. Get your paws off my favorite painting. Oh, look at you, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Nothing beats a chicken without a noggin. Believe me, I've tried. You came awfully close to spoiling me fun, though. I like my fun. Why? So you can keep hogging all the toys? No, no, no. These are mine. I licked them. How much more marking do I have to do? Alone? Who wants to be alone? Trapped in their own head until all the life and joy of the world leaks out and leaves an ugly grey corpse. They're better off in my company, sure. Suppose I could let them go, if you'd rather be my plaything instead. Then I whisk you home to where the real fun is. Oh, I haven't hosted company since half-past. You'll love what I've done with the place. It'll be like you never left. Have you there in 2 shakes of a grand mal fit. So, what do you say? Come on, plaything! The game's a face!
You're cute. Jesus fucking Christ. My headset is yelling at me. I should probably do this first. I will need to plug both my controller and my headset in. At the end of the holy fuck, it's the same thing, just different. The fuck?
Moons, I don't know what to do with your warning. Why won't you guide me when I need you now more than ever? I must see. Sacred sugar, uncloud my eyes.
Oh, how the moons twinkle in those glassy eyes. You want to stare off into space and time? I'll show you the future, past and present. There you go, trying to play with my toys again. Well, I've had enough sharing.
He won't go for
You
the
again.
cheese. A butterfly.
You again. Chasing butterflies now, plaything. Ah, to be young again. I must have spent my first 3,000 or 4,000 years terrorizing those colorful little cooties. Alas, I'm a grown man, cat, god. With grown madcap god tastes to get back to. Now get! Wait your turn, plaything. There'll be plenty of time for me to chase you around this little maze after I've finished me snack. All these games work up an appetite. Is that cream? Oh, I could go for some fatty bovine discharge right now. Why'd you go and bring it to me in a cup? Cats don't have thumbs. Well, most cats. Why don't I have thumbs? Hold on to that while I grow thumbs. This may take a bit. Oh, cream. Oh, Oh, I haven't had cream since I made Otar cry over it.
No! Come back! Sisenza could almost see it. We burn our hair and lay scorched before the dragons. But what then? What then? But the dragons came. Sisenza saw it. They will burn her temple, burn us all, if she doesn't see the path. It feels familiar, like this one has done this before. Is this the future vision, or the vision future? She cannot tell anymore. Help this one, please. Show her.
Hey! I just messed that up! Can't leave a good mess unattended for 1 minute before some hero comes to clean it up! Go tidy your own drawers!
I have seen it! I have seen the way forward! John and Joel have shown me how we may protect our temple.
Bless your eyes, Moon Bishop. What must we do?
We must create an anchor beneath 2 moons to hold our temple between 2 moons.
Apologies, Moon Bishop. This one does not see.
They'll see clear enough once the anchor's built.
The anchor will let you all see as I do. All will become clear soon.
Think you're the cream of the crop, eh? Well, you won't be filling my head with daydreams of sweet cow squeezings this time. I lapped up every last drop. Now what are you gonna do with all that dry toast, eh? Yarn. So soft and bouncy. Just makes me want to bat it around like a newborn babe. No! You're trying to distract me again. Well, I'm not having it! No! Wait, yes! Keep dangling those luxurious ropey threads in my face and you'll find my claws in yours. Off with ya! Yarn! Look at it come apart, sure.
Syzenza has seen you at her temple, faithful. She hopes you will help her with this anchor and save it from the dragons. Yes, to buoy our temple through this storm. Joan and Jode have shown it to me, and through it, their light will guide us all to salvation. It will hold open a tiny gap in the lunar lattice, so our temple might slip between the moon's shadows. Nestled between Joan and Jode, we will surely be safe from the dragons. We will tuck it away beneath our temple to hold us firm through these troubled times. Come, I will show you, and we can begin. Ah!
Would you have it? I was plotting our thoughts into a glorious tango before you came along. Now I'm gonna have to start again.
Holy shit. The fuck? There's a little dragon.
That's enough cat and mouse for one day, plaything.
Now it's Sheogorath.
It was me the whole time! Are you surprised? I was surprised.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so I did. But then I thought it'd be more fun to just keep you both. I was half right. You're a little too good as a plaything, It's not fair if you're always winning. That's the best part of playing games with lunatics. They're always changing the rules. You'd get it if you just let me whack you on the noggin a few hundred times. No? Well, game's over. Off with you now. Look at you, making demands. In my games. In my realm. All right. One last impossible challenge for you then. How's that for sporting? Say my name 3 times backwards. Oh, you took the words right out of me mouth. Next you'll be plucking me teeth for a new princely smile. Well, you can't have him. I need him to bite Haskill. Take a bite out of the anchor instead, would you? Farewell, cheese of my dreams. Out you go, before Haskill sees the mess you've made. Neither of us wants to hear that.
Escape this nightmare! Quickly!
Well, that was interesting.
Haduras, what have I done?
It was not you, Saizensa. It was the Skooma cat that brought these misfortunes.
Walker, this one remembers you from her dreams. Your face, your voice. 2 moons guiding her through the fog. Saizensa cannot repay you enough for this. Saizensa is to blame. The Skooma cat would have never caused this chaos, if not for her weakness. She led her Clouder astray, and too many of her disciples had to pay the price. As Moon Bishop, it was Saizensa's duty to protect her temple. But when the time came, she could do nothing without Joan and Jode to show her the way. When the visions did not come, she tried to bring them with the sacred sugar. She is no leader.
And that's how it opened the gates.
It is not for her to decide. If Khajiit lost their faith in her, she would not be surprised. This one will beg forgiveness for her failings and accept the will of her Clouder. She was too reliant on her gifts, and a leader must be more than a prophet. For the moment, it is all this one can do to try and restore peace and order to her temple. Then will come the true test. She knows the dragons will come to 2 moons, and her Clouder must be prepared. Dragons. So many of them. Erupting from the mouth of the world. The skies becoming choked with flame, and cinders raining down on our sands as one of the great creatures devours the moons. Much in my visions is symbolic, but this was so vivid. Moon sugar, refined into a potent liquid, skooma. It is a dangerous thing, abused by Sugartooth, who cannot resist its spell. But it is also a gift of the moons. There are ceremonies where the sacred sugar is used. I thought they could help me. Those who drink and smoke the sacred sugar experience things. During our ceremonies, these things are seen as a premonition or message from the twin moons. But it was the skooma cat that came to me instead. I should have been wise enough to see. He has always been the skooma cat. Since Fadumai gave him life and purpose, you may call him Sheogorath, and we Shegorath, but the truth is, he is both. He and his litter mates are cats whose coats are what they want us to see. This one only barely recalls things she saw in the head, with 2 heads climbing the stars to hold the moons in darkness. Sticks with her. It is fit for the dreams of the skooma cat, but Saizensa fears there is some truth to it.
Rada could not find the fork. But he did not need it after all. He looked into the sun and found the darkness. Now they will not find him.
He's still high.
Sharp Claw, Hadoras is glad to see you kept your wits about you. This one thought he too would lose his mind while keeping the priests from getting into trouble. It was like trying to herd mice. After you scared 8 lives from Hadoras jumping through that portal, he convinced his fellow priests to keep within the temple grounds and do nothing too crazy. With a rousing game of Saizenza says. She was not here to contradict Hadoras's white lies, so his foolish fellows were eager to do his bidding. Khajiit did nothing untoward with this newfound authority. We must tend to those who were harmed by the Skooma Cat's mischief and offer prayers to the moons for those who were tricked out of their lives. I fear, though, that our troubles have just begun. Saizenza's prophecy about the dragons was no deception of the Skooma Cat, and her prediction that they will swallow Jon and Jode weighs upon this temple and all our realm. We look to our Moon Bishop for answers, but none are to be found. Khajiit have always followed her without question, but now knowing that her vision may become as clouded as the Dark Moon's, that faith is shaken. Hadoras thinks we must see for ourselves from now on, and not put the burden entirely on our Moon Bishop.
There you go.
Why is it Hadoras speaks for the Moon Bishop? He did not listen when she said we must blind ourselves. Was it a test? Was Tahari blind to begin with?
Jesus Christ.
Did our Moon Bishop find the path? Rilasu saw her vanish, but Saizenza did not show her the path. Why did she leave us behind? Rilasu would have followed. This one should have jumped. Why didn't she? She was to be saved.
Shh. You were wiser not to follow Saizenza. Those who did were the only ones to suffer.
You're so small. What the fuck?
Zarga caught them all. He ran and ran and ran, but they could not escape him. Now he can sleep. He will not mistake the beatings of their wings for dragons.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh hey, my bounty's almost gone. What's this one? Hakoshe? Yeah, we'll work on this one. that noise? There are guards here. I have to be careful. That's okay. Sure.
Well, look at that. If it isn't Nayu's little hero, who'd have thought we'd meet again? In Elsewhere, of all places. You wouldn't happen to be traveling to the town of Hakoshey, would you?
Hakoshey?
I'm investigating a rumor about the town's leader, Magnate Faina Darhak. Word has it that she's a descendant of the Akaviri potentate. A rather curious rumor, given that the potentate's bloodline should have been wiped out over a century ago. It's a personal matter pertaining to my grandfather's legacy. Painful as it is to say, my family's reputation depends on proving this rumor false. You wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? I could use a lending hand. Why don't you begin by speaking to the lady in question? The magnate should be in the town square. Strike up a conversation and see what she reveals. In the meantime, I'll begin my own investigation. See what I can dig up. Hakoshey was built after the fall of the Akaviri potentate. It's been, let's see now, a little over 100 years now? Yes, right around that. The town was founded by the Akaviri refugees who fled during that time. The Akaviri come from the land of Akavir, a continent east of Tamriel. They first invaded Tamriel in the First Era, but were ultimately convinced to join the Empire. Hakoshey is populated by their descendants. Yes, the Akaviri took the fall of the potentate as a rather obvious sign that they were no longer welcomed in Cyrodiil. Many of them fled to elsewhere. Hakoshey is but one of the settlements that was founded. I suppose that's a matter of perspective. After all, generations of imperial marriages have considerably thinned the bloodline. Still, Hakoshey does strive to maintain Akaviri culture and customs, starting with the town's rather distinct name. Potentate Vesedu-Shay began his political career as advisor to Emperor Riemann III. When the Emperor was assassinated, the potentate stepped up as Cyrodiil's leader. Very fortunate for Vesedu-Shay, of course. He was Emperor in all but name. So goes the rumors, though nothing was ever proven. Unsurprisingly, an Akaviri on the Ruby Throne created conflict. The potentate was eventually assassinated himself. A few decades later, his heir was similarly slain. Morag Tong, of course. Who else would be so competent? Following the death of Potentate Severian Chorak and his heirs, a large number of Akaviri and their followers left Cyrodiil. Many wound up here and elsewhere. As an agent of the Morag Tong, my grandfather had the honor of executing... If Magnate Fenadarak truly is the descendant... Well, I would just love to give you all the torrid details of my last few writs. I'm afraid that secrecy comes with the job description. Suffice it to say, I've kept myself busy. Oh, you know her. Probably up to the usual. A little wine, a little murder. Honestly, I generally find it in my best interest to not know exact details, especially after all that trouble we went through in Balmora. Decided to come for a bit of sightseeing. After all, I heard Hakershay is lovely this time of year. Perhaps. After all, the Morag Tong does like to keep me busy. But, right now, what I...
Oh my god. Thank god I can go into town now. But I'm gonna call it here because I do have to be up early for a meeting. But I shall be back tomorrow sometime.
I haven't been able to sleep all week. Please, can't you do something?
Of course. I'll have the town guards investigate tonight.
Thank you, Magnate Fenadarak.
And who do we have here? Come, let us speak.
Let's not say we did. Alright. Good night.